Are you ready?
That is the question. Today we're going to be talking about Backlash recap. Is blood returning to WWE? Talking about the belt and who's going to win it now that Cody Rhodes is out of it. And also what we see in the future for Cody Rhodes. But before all of that, we're going to be talking about the biggest thing, the biggest news, and the biggest thing to hit WWE, Matt Riddle's penis. Now, before we start this, I want to look the camera in the face, even though it's not a face, but I'm gonna look at the camera in the face and tell him, Matt, leave the fucking pastor in the steeple, leave the dragon in its den, leave the snake in its tank. Do not release the Kraken. And I know you smoke a lot of pot, so I'm going to say this as clearly as possible. When you're filming a video, keep your dick in your pants. Good Lord. It's sad that you have to say that.
Yeah, well, hold on. I'm going to look the camera dead in the lens and say this. Matt, you do you, buddy. Well done, sir. Well done.
And let me say that, I did not see the video because I don't want to.
Right, decency.
Yeah, decency and
it's
I don't want to. But maybe if Bianca Belair or maybe there's a hot chick that gets a leaked video, then yeah, I will be you won't see me for a week because I'll be searching for that video just nonstop.
Oh my God.
I'll have to find my way onto the black web or whatever. But for Matt Riddle's penis, no, that's not worth my time.
If it's a lady wrestler, opposite advice. If it's a male
wrestler, and to those lady wrestlers, I just like to say,
hello.
It's like we planned it, baby.
The sad part is we actually didn't, but
we just have Val Venus just chilling in reserve.
Yeah. No, I have fun. I as you guys can probably tell, I got a bunch of these sound effects to play around with now, so I'm gonna be having fun with this all through the
We'll
podcast.
have fun playing around with something, and I know Matt Riddle had fun playing around with something.
What?
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so we're obviously having a lot of fun with this, but I mean, let's be completely honest. If this was a woman's video who got leaked, people would be screaming about revenge porn and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So this is, although we think this is hilarious, it's still really fucked up. Okay, it's still really fucked up. He is a victim.
Yeah,
and a lot of people were. I was reading a lot of articles is Riddle gonna get fired? I'm like, for what? Exactly, for what? Being a victim? So what happened is apparently he sent a girl, or I'm assuming a girl,
a woman.
A woman. Oh, okay, woman. Sorry. A person of the female persuasion. A
woman as an adult, not like.
I know what you're saying, okay. Dude. So I'm trying to be as uncontroversial.
Send a partner a video of him playing with his.
Might have just been a one night stand that. Might have been a groupie. I don't know.
Playing with his old propeller there. I can just imagine a cartoon if he needs to get from the hotel to the arena, he just lays backwards and take off, and he just flies his way over there, gets a good tailspin going. Oh God.
Oh, but
he is a victim, goddamn it, and it's not funny. Stop sharing his goddamn dick. And by the way, to the person that leaked it, because no one knows who did, stop leaking people's private moments. God damn it.
I know.
No one enjoys it.
And we're not just saying that because if we ever become famous, God only knows what's out there for us.
Oh God. Well,
And
let me put it this way:
no,
I'm not rocking what Matt Riddle's rocking, so I have no room to speak.
Dude,
I have no room to
if
speak.
you can like use your freaking like flaccid penis as a propeller, you are rocking a monster, man. Like that dude is just like beating the shit out of pussy.
Bruh. That's why he's so laid back. He just flew in. God. He just flew in. He doesn't have to take the rent a car and get his legs all cramped. He just flew in.
Women, every woman he's ever fucked with their pussies. Oh man.
Jesus Christ. Okay, this is
man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm having way too much fun with this. But seriously though, this is not cool that they did it. Yes, we're gonna have fun with it because I mean the man's packing a monster. He can take a joke, all right. Or if he can't take a joke, he needs to learn to take a joke. I mean, you're packing a monster. Or if you can't take a joke,
beat up Don Mystic. Don't beat up.
No, don't beat up Don Mystic. Dude, don't tell him to. He's packing a fucking slapjack in his fucking pants. Don't tell him to beat him. That's horrible.
Well, horrible. Yeah, I'll be right back. Segue.
All right. Well, while he's gone, let's talk about something that I'm really happy about, and that's blood possibly coming back to WWE. As you guys probably know, if you've seen Backlash, Brock Lesnar got busted open, and from what I heard, from WWE sources, not my sources, but they've come out and said this, it was a planned spot. Now, granted, I mean, it's Brock Lesnar. They're probably going to give Brock Lesnar a lot more leeway than, say, like most any other wrestler, with the exception of probably Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. So it was a planned spot. I really, really do hope that we get a lot more blood in the future. But, yeah, because you know what? You know what it is?
That was what was best for business.
That's right. It's best for business because, like, I understand that they want to keep the PG rating, but I mean, I think we all want to see blood. And if you're allowing your kid to watch like wrestling, you're already allowing them to watch like something that's at least mimics violence. So let them go all the way. Let them have the blood along with the the violence and the baby oil and the half naked men. Oh man, it's gonna take me back to Matt Riddle. But yeah, so I really do hope that they get back to like showing a little bit of blood, nothing crazy. You don't have to show it in like maybe like the last hour of Raw and on pay-per-views. You can like have a busted open guy like every once in a while. I'd love to see it. I know Don would love to see it as well, but he's not here to agree with me right now and have our little like circle jerk of opinions. But I don't know. I really do think that that WWE could really benefit from having a lot more blood, because I'm sorry, like I remember back in the day when Stone Cold like was just in a puddle of his own blood while Bret Hart had him in the sharpshooter, and that was like one of the most iconic moments back in the day.
Double heel turn.
Double heel turn, yes.
Yeah, and, or heel face turn.
Right? I'm talking about blood in WWE as well. Just to let you know.
I know a random human just appeared behind.
Yes. I mean, but yeah. So I don't know about you, but I think that they need some more blood in WWE, and the fact that we had like Brock.
Are we talking Moxley levels of blood?
Well, I don't know, but we go that bad. What? It depends on who it is. I mean, if Ric Flair comes back, you got to have the face mask, you know? Like, that dude, like, I don't know if he was on blood thinners or something, but
He was on alcohol.
Blood does thin your blood. So
there you go. Yeah, look.
He was on the old-fashioned blood thinner.
Yeah, I'm
that Jack Daniels blood thinner.
Brock opened up the hard way, though, which give massive respect for. That's the first time I think I've seen the turnbuckle murder a human. Typically, they just hit the turnbuckle, and it's like, oh god. And I always used to think like, you know, I don't know. It always looked hokey to me because people would hit it and then they'd be like somewhat knocked out. But Brock hit it, started bleeding. He wasn't knocked out, but I was like, oh, there's the blood. I like it.
And dude, it was a gusher too.
Yeah. I like, you know what? I like blood.
Maybe he was on blood thinners. Shit.
Maybe. But you know what? I like blood in wrestling matches, but I want to clarify. If people are bleeding, if you're bleeding every match, it loses its effect.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I'm not saying like every match. Yeah. I'm just saying like when you have what's supposed to be like an epic match.
Yeah.
Throw out some blood.
It's been a while since we've seen a Crimson Mask, in
WWE. Dude, let me ask you this, because one of the main reason that WWE doesn't do the whole blood thing anymore, or at least not as much, is because they want to keep that PG rating.
Yeah.
How old are your boys right now? You got 2 boys, right?
Yeah, 7 and 5.
Okay. How old would they have to be before you let them see blood on in wrestling?
Well, I didn't stop them from watching Backlash. So
there you have it. WWE wrestling fans will not stop their kids.
No, I didn't.
Fuck the PG rating. Fuck the PG rating.
Yeah, we're watching Backlash, and
it will not affect your fucking viewership at all.
Yeah,
probably.
No. Not only were we watching Backlash, but it's like if you're ever playing 2K, right? Is it even a match if you don't bust the opponent open? Now, it's not like it was in the old days where the blood effect was a lot more. It's now very subtle, but I mean, come on.
Dude, my sister took her son, he was like 7 at the time ish, something like that. I think, remember the new Star Wars trilogy? I think it was the second one. The one where they go to see Snoke, and there's those 3 red guys.
Yeah, the Knights of Ren.
One of them gets turned into that propeller, and just chunks of flesh come up. I never saw that shit. I mean, parents aren't stopping their kids.
No, fuck no. In fact, yeah, right when you asked it, I was thinking of an insightful answer, and I was like, but we just watched Backlash. And I didn't. I saw the blood and was like, oh, that's cool.
So you're all so your answer to when will you let your kids watch blood in wrestling is last Saturday.
Yeah. Whenever it happens, because you know why? Because it's wrestling. It's a
No,
it's like an athletic simulation. Like Brock, I didn't think was in danger of dying. You know what I mean? I didn't think he would keel over in the ring and be like, "Oh my god, he's dead."
Because here's the thing,
blood. He lost too much head blood. Right.
Because here's the thing: if it wasn't planned, they would have stopped the match,
exactly.
Just like they did with Finn Balor and Edge.
Yeah, or on the flip side, if it was something of a serious nature, that they would stop it. I'll give you an example. We watched Backlash, so of course they saw Brock Lesnar, right, and what his face looked like. But I would not show them pictures or the Mexican news, because the U.S. news censors everything, so you're not going to see anything graphic. But the Mexican news or news from foreign countries, you actually see the damage of whatever. So that mass shooting in Texas this past weekend, I was on Twitter. And I, unfortunately, because sometimes you can't unsee things, I was like, oh my God, I'm looking at some very graphic pictures here. I wouldn't let them see that, because that to me is though that's real, that's, I don't know, they're not, I don't know if they know what dead is, but I don't know if they know what death is. Like, the finality of it.
I mean, you can have an idea of what death is.
Yeah.
Dude, I've never seen a dead body, to my knowledge. I mean, let me rephrase that. I've never seen, like, a dead body that wasn't in, like, a coffin at a funeral or something that's been cleaned up. I've never seen, like, a bloody dead body or anything like that.
Right. But that therein lies the point. Like, for my kids, I wouldn't show them that. But if they're watching Backlash and Brock opens up the heart away, it's not that big a deal.
And if it's not, it sounds like
fatality.
I'm having a lot of fun with these fucking
Christ. R.I.P. to the victims of Dallas, Texas. And that, by the way, that fatality wasn't for that. That was just in general. God damn it.
Oh, god damn, man. You're looking at me like I'm the asshole. Like, you went there.
I'm Don. God damn it.
Oh
we're not trying to be insensitive. We're just a bunch of assholes.
Well, yeah. I mean, we won't lie. We won't lie to you. We are assholes.
Yes, and I'm not going to lie either. I know this is the Wrestling Godfatherz podcast, but I just want to say the new season of The Mandalorian sucked. That's all I wanted to say about that.
And I just want to say that if you've seen the Matt Riddle video, this is probably what was going through your mind.
Oh my god!
Oh, you know what I was hoping you would have done? The Miz's I'm awesome.
Oh, okay.
Oh god.
Do I have it?
Does this ding dong have it?
I'm awesome!
Oh, we're playing this just enough to get sued.
Dude, we're not gonna get sued. People have to watch for it to get sued.
Give me a hell yeah!
Triple H is gonna show up to our house. I would be like, sir, it'll be an honor to be pedigreed by you and then sued in court.
Dude, Matt Riddle with a propeller penis coming at you.
Jesus Christ. It would be like that scene in Star Wars where the night around.
All right. So let's get to the.
Hold on. I don't want to fantasize about my death beyond. I just hope it's not being beat to death by Matt Riddle's dong. It just beats the dog shit out of me.
Have you ever played Saints Row? The series Saints Row?
I'm looking at I'm giving the camera the side eye because I'm like, I'm a Third Street Saint, baby. What do you fucking mean? Of course I have.
Remember, I think it was I think it was in the second one or third one. Yeah, the dildo bat.
Yep, the dildo bat's the best. Oh god.
Oh man.
Oh, that dildo bat. And it was purple too. Oh, what a.
Oh man, dude. Ugh.
Chef's kiss. What a weapon.
I think that deserves.
This podcast is dog shit, and no one watches it. But that's the
best. Amen. You gotta admit, it's at least funny this time.
It is.
Anyway, so let's get into the Backlash recap, and we're gonna start out with Bianca Belair and Elo Sky.
Hello.
Oh my god, that's so cool. And Montez Ford is not going to join.
Dude, we both know that either one of those girls gave either one of us the time of day. We'd be like,
oh yes.
Fucking Paul Bearer, god damn it. R.I.P. buddy.
Hey, man. Let's face facts. I look like his son, but Anyways. Bianca Belair, Elo Sky. I love this match.
Beautiful match. I love
it.
It
was a great match.
You know what was cool? The fans. I like how, like when it reminded me of when Bret Hart wrestled British Bulldog in England, and the fans, even though that was kind of a face v face, still the fans were
this was a face v face, but
we're pretty heavy on the Bulldog. And so in this match, even though Io Sky's a heel, the crowd was pretty heavy on Io Sky, which is cool. I was thinking, could we see a face turn for Io Sky based off the the crowd reaction in
Well,
Puerto
judging
Rico.
by the fact that Damage Control came out and tried to hold her down by her hair, I'm guessing no.
Yes, you know exactly. But that being said, the element with I thought the crowd was hot. I thought the in-ring action was great. I'm talking like Bianca Belair's doing a one-handed gorilla press. That was
Dude, that was
that
nice.
was fucking
The
fresh.
KOD was beautiful.
KOD was
we
beautiful.
already got a short of that up.
We'll
talk about it later. But yeah,
I was gonna say Io Sky once again. I mean, she's such a talented worker, and so is Belair.
I want her to go solo because I think she'd be a really good solo. But then again, the women's tag team division is kind of like weak, though.
Yeah, but I will say this though, like I liked how Io Sky held her own, and I like how that showed conflict with Dakota Kai being like trying to tell Bailey like don't let's not come out here, like she could have this on her own. And then they almost I thought Io Sky was actually gonna win, because when Bailey distracted Bianca and Io was able to pull the quick roll up, I was like, oh shit, Io Sky's getting the title here. And then when they were holding Bianca down, I was like, the ref's blind. He's gonna miss it. But then for the first time in wrestling history, the refs realized, oh, the heels are cheating.
Yeah.
And it cost Io Sky. But
I mean, it was a really great match. Like, what would you give it?
I'm going to go for opening the show. I thought it was a like.
Do I have to restart the fucking drum roll, dude?
Well, because I'm sure. Okay, restart. 4.5. The only reason I won't go a full-on like 5-star super match was I think off the one-handed gorilla press, Bianca sort of dropped Io on her face. So that was, I don't want to say Chris Jericho's least favorite word, botch, but I'm gonna go ahead and say that could have been like a much more serious injury. And then I thought there were a few moments of the match where there was, they were a little slow to, because they're setting up a set piece, especially in the corner. But then I liked the set piece that came out of the corner. So, but I thought both ladies did phenomenal. I mean, like, to start Backlash, I was literally watching. I was like, this is exciting. The crowd,
and dude,
the match
the
is
crowd
great.
was nuts.
Dude, the Puerto Ricans, shout out to the Puerto Ricans, man. Well, what a fun crowd. Like, that's why I think when our account tweeted that there needs to be more foreign crowds, even though Puerto Rico is a territory of the United States, the foreign crowds don't see us or see wrestling or WWE, to be specific, live as often as we do. So like you look at that crowd last night on Raw in Jacksonville, and they were dead as fuck. I was like, it was a pretty decent Raw, but the crowd was so boring. I was like, I don't know. I had a lot of things to say, but I was just like, damn, I thought Jacksonville, Duval was supposed to be this crazy ass place. And they were so tame compared to Puerto Rico.
I mean, it's the same thing with like the NFL when like they go when they go across the pond and shit like that.
Yeah, people go nuts.
Those crowds are nuts. They don't even know who's fucking playing, but they don't care because they don't get to see it at all.
Exactly. So that's why the Saudi show and then the England show they're going to be nuts, dude. The day they decide to put a show in, either you put a show in like Mexico or you put a show in Colombia, somewhere in South America, it's going to be nuts. Yeah. Like, it's going to be
Matt Riddle will be spinning his dick on fucking cocaine in Colombia.
What? Jesus Christ.
Who wants this? He will have a girl snorting cocaine off of his penis in a video, and then he will be. We are so gonna get sued off this one.
Yeah, well, Dom Mystic is.
No.
Did not.
What you don't know is this guy right here is up in control of the soundboard.
This guy, he's my soundboard.
Don't think I won't sell Don under the fucking bus. I will
No.
sell them. I will sell them across. What is it? Over the river or something like that?
Yeah, sell him over the river, across
Oh
the
no!
sea.
I'll
Bottom
throw him
line
over
is,
the river.
bottom
He'll be
line
over the
is
river.
Belair, Sky, and the Puerto Rican crowd themselves. Great opener. To quote Sheamus, that was a banger.
All right, so next match. You pick the next match.
Are we going in order, or are we just?
I mean, if you want to, yeah.
Yeah, we might as well for keeping it, the sake of it. So next match would be what? Omos and Seth Rollins.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that was better. That was better than I thought. I'm gonna go ahead and say,
I'm gonna give it a solid 3.
Yeah,
solid 3, above average. But
Seth Rollins, he worked to the strengths of Omos for sure.
He worked to the strengths of Omos. Omos is so hard to book. I mean, he's a big guy, but not just a big guy. He's not like an agile big guy like Undertaker or Kane or anybody like that.
No,
he's
they're developing
more towards
his power though. They are
they are developing his power. He's more of a Big Show type of guy, but
they're working.
And Big Show was never huge in WWE. He was big in WCW, but they kept switching him face and heel in WWE, and I think it really slowed his momentum.
Yeah, and he had that fresh ass suplex he took from Brock that collapsed all 4 corners. That was fucking cool. Yeah. I don't know how they did it, but it was cool when that happened.
Yeah, that was cool. But Seth really knew how to use Omos to the best of his ability. And let's just face facts, Omos is not a very good wrestler right now. It's not that
I don't know.
He's getting better. He's getting better.
Yeah, I won't say he's horrible though.
No.
He's not like Giant Gonzalez
or the Great Khali or anything like that.
No,
he couldn't move for shit, dude.
Well, I mean, dude was like 7 feet 5 inches. I mean, his
and that was just his peanut.
Yeah, I mean, that's him standing and then watch him get in the crowd.
Can I just say this? I would take not being able to bend over if I had a penis that matched that was equivalent to the size,
giant dong. I got Dongzilla over here.
Yeah, you got yourself a Matt Riddle penis.
Anyway. But I thought Seth Rollins and Omos. I you know what? I agree. A solid 3.5. I thought they did a good job.
I'm gonna knock it up to a 3.5 just because the ending, the super stomp, was
cool.
Awesome.
I like how he did the curb stomp twice and almost kicked out. I like that. It makes Omos look strong. And the Seth Rollins did a lot of work with his face there because he was in disbelief. So he said, "Fuck it, I'm going for the super stomp." Yeah. And Omos was like, "If you're gonna beat me, you gotta do more than that shit because I'm just a giant
Which, by the way, that super stomp might be coming up in a short in the near future.
Yeah, I will say this though, there was one moment of the match that took me to a different place. And that was when Omos stuck his fingers in his ear and then grabbed Seth by the hair. I was like, "Oh, that's just fucked up. Go take a shower, Seth." Almost got his ear goo all over you. But it was cool nonetheless. I liked it. And for being a second match, I've seen worse. And I didn't even think it was that bad. I thought it was actually pretty cool.
There's definitely been worse matches, but I mean, a solid match, solid 3.5. I mean,
yeah, I just didn't on the super stomp. I got a little scared though. I'm not gonna lie. Not scared for Omos because I know he knows how to take that bump. I was scared for Seth Rollins' ankle. I was like, I'm thinking this because if it rolls. You're just hoping it's a roll because any additional pressure and we have a Sid Vicious situation.
Ooh.
So that's why I was like, I'm gonna limit my super.
Because here's the thing. I don't want. I have
I don't either. That's why.
Seth in the near future.
That's why I was like. That's why I got a little but then I'm also. When I was 20, I'd never said that comment, but because I'm an old man now, I'm like, I'm worried for
your health. Oh man, we already gave it a rating, so I won't do the drum roll.
Yeah.
So So
what's the next on tap?
Shit. What was it?
Oh, our producer doesn't have it up on the screen.
No, our producer does not.
Our producer,
our secondary host has the fucking internet too. Shit, now I gotta look it up.
The internet. What the fuck is the internet?
All right. My friend here has a Tijuana connection, so this might take a while.
By the way, knowing you didn't get the reference, what the fuck is the internet?
All right.
Jay,
you know what? We don't care. We're just gonna do the
okay.
We're just gonna do the Bobby Lashley, Austin Theory, Bronson Reed.
I think that is the actual next match, though. To be
okay.
Totally square.
Well, we're doing it whether it is or it isn't.
It isn't. All right.
Meh. That's what I have to say about this.
Well, okay. I did like two parts. I like Bronson Reed doing that like top rope move to Bobby Lashley on the outside. I thought that was cool. And I like Bronson Reed's Bam Bam Bigelow inspired singlet. Like his uniform was cool. I thought it was stupid the way it ended. You want me to believe Austin Theory threw Bobby Lashley, the Almighty, just chucked him gently out the ring and then scurried over and sat on.
I think we both know that Reed. Bobby Lashley threw Bobby Lashley out the ring. But
you knew Austin Theory was going to win, but I was like, yeah, I don't know.
And here's the thing: when you have him posted up against two like really big guys, like it's not believable in the least. I mean, I know it's not like he's small or anything, but he's not like on those guys' level. Like it'd be like if Mike Tyson fought like fucking Pacquiao. Like both of them in their prime.
He would murder Pacquiao.
Yeah, like he'd hit him once and Pacquiao's head would explode. I mean,
and that's not because Pacquiao's not a good boxer. Oh, no, it's just because Mike is like 40 pounds heavier.
I know he's like what two fucking weight classes ahead of him or something like that.
Well, Mike was a heavyweight and Pacquiao was
featherweight.
No, I don't think
lightweight.
That small, probably lightweight. I don't think he was a featherweight. No, he was probably lightweight. But yeah, I mean, like what? That's not a fair fight. That's like Evander Holyfield versus like
me.
Yeah. Or do you ever watch Doug, the old Nickelodeon show?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Evander Holyfield versus Doug. He's gonna beat the dogs out of him. Actually, I'd pay good money to see that because you might see a decapitation.
Oh man!
Not my TV.
Doug better get some of that patty mayonnaise. Pussy.
He actually just better super glue his neck to his shoulders so that shit don't go flying off.
Anyways, so yeah, I think we both are in agreement that this was a shit match.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 2 because they put effort into it, but it can't be any higher than 2 because everyone on Earth knew Theory was gonna win, and it wasn't even all that creative. In fact, it was kind of stupid. He just sort of gingerly threw Bobby Lashley out of the ring and then scurried over, sat on Bronson Reed, got the 1, 2, 3 in the dumbest way possible. And the crowd in Puerto Rico, if you notice, they didn't boo him, nor did they pop for him. They were just very
indifferent.
Right. When he came out and when he won. So I think that shows you enough. Like I'm not saying, look, I don't hate Austin Theory because I don't like the guy. I'm just saying I don't think he's yet at that level because he does a lot of things really well, but he doesn't excel at any one thing. Right.
He's what is it? Good at what is it? What's the saying? Something master of none.
Yeah, jack of all trades, master of none. Right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, because he's not horrible. He's a good wrestler.
He's not horrible.
He's good on the mic.
To shoehorn him into like the main event scene.
Yeah,
and he's just not main event caliber yet.
Well, not yet, and I don't think he has the crowd behind him. Or on the flip side, he doesn't have enough heat. right? I mean, if you talk heat, I mean, there ain't no one hotter than Dom Dom.
Oh yeah, and here's the thing though, like Dom, yeah, he's a heel, but like he's a really good heel because you come out of a match with him and you fucking hate his guts. Austin Theory, you don't even you don't hate him, you just don't care.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
at least right now.
So for you, it's a 2. For me, it's a 1.5.
Okay.
I agree with you that it was not that creative. I agree with you that there's no way in hell that Austin Theory could actually throw Bobby Lashley out of a ring.
I would have, you know what I would have preferred is Lashley hits that spear, knocking Bronson Reed out, and then Theory hitting Lashley with a move coming right out of it. Like Lashley hits that spear, and even if he goes for the cover, or even you have Lashley pop up after the spear, like some sort of like, yeah, right. And then Theory hit a move which stuns Lashley just enough so he could get the pin on Reed. I would have got that. But the fact that he broke up the pin, grabbed Lashley by his non-existent hair, and threw him through the middle of the rope, I was like, the fuck?
Oh man, yeah. So for me, that one was kind of like the downside of the night.
Yeah, that was not my favorite match.
No, not by a long shot. So next up, let's go. Do you want to go Rhea Ripley versus Zelina Vega, or do you want to go Damian Priest versus Bad Bunny?
Well, if we're doing it in order, Rhea Ripley, Zelina Vega.
Okay.
But the night before on SmackDown, when Dominic slapped Ray and ran out, I popped so hard. I was like, he just became my favorite current wrestler, because who is that sneaky that has to run up, slap his face? He just ran up,
run away,
and just ran away to hide behind his girlfriend.
and speaking of Rhea Ripley, and
go hide behind your loved one, Dom Dom. I love it. But the fact that he was like, and you see him sit on the ropes to like let Rhea out, and he looks over at Ray, and you could tell like the wheels are turning, and he just runs over, bitch slap, and then runs back out like.
And speaking of Ripley and Vega, again.
No. Well, by the way, I thought both uniforms were on point. I loved how Zelina had the Puerto Rican flag, not just in her setup, but also as part of like her like robe / cape. And I like seeing all Judgment Day. If you notice, they wore white and purple instead of black and purple. I thought that was a super clean touch. In fact, I was like, for the aesthetics, that I was like, that's sick. And then when Damian Priest came out later, he wore white and purple as well. So I was like, they did a really good job where they took, because we're so used to the black and purple for Judgment Day, but for the pay-per-view to come out in the clean white and purple, and it said Dom Dom on her literally it was on her cheeks. So I was like, that was fucking fresh.
I mean,
I love this.
I think we need to ask the hard hitting question here. Since Dom and Rhea are in a kayfabe relationship, kayfabe wise,
yeah, of course.
Do you think that she puts him up against the wall or the other way around? It's her.
Yeah. He might be taller, but she's the one who's like. I mean, there's a reason why Dom still wears the chest protector, because he's not swole yet.
There's a reason why after he slaps his father, he runs behind her back.
Because she doesn't skip trap day.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways,
this
match was great.
Yeah, you know what? I liked it, and I liked it for Zelina. I would have wanted her to get. I wanted her. This is being nitpicky. I wanted Zelina to kick out of the finish, and then have Rhea like super lose it, pick her up, and maybe hit her with 2 straight, and then just leave Zelina for dead in the ring.
That would have been cool, but here's the thing. I don't necessarily think that WWE sees Vega as there yet. So they probably didn't want because here's the thing: if you have everyone kicking out of finishers, they're not really finishers anymore.
Right? No, I feel you. But what I liked was that Zelina. I like that they gave her the opportunity. She did get beat up for a lot of it.
She's one of my favorite up and coming women's wrestlers. So
I think she if you build that character, you could then have her in these settings and not have her get not have her I mean, she could still put people over, but she looked good in the ring in terms of her moves were smooth. She didn't really have any major botches. I love the chancla throw. Rhea looked strong because unless she got caught, because Zelina's really quick, she looked, when they were face to face, it was Rhea dominating. But when Zelina was able to move, Rhea couldn't necessarily keep up because Zelina's really fast. I love that element, and I like the element. They said, look, if you're in your home country and you're not going over, you have to die fighting, and she did, and I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I give this one a solid 4.
Yeah, I would too. I really enjoyed it, and like I said, the match was short and sweet because if they would have done it prolonged, you would have had to give more offensive spots to Zelina, which I'm all for.
Yeah, but she can do some crazy shit, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I remember I watched one of her it might even be a fan made compilation of her training down in NXT. So she's very capable of pulling out some wild shit. And the aesthetics of the match were on point. Both uniforms were cool, and they weren't just cool, but I loved the Puerto Rican getup that Zelina wore, and like I mentioned, the white and purple out of Rhea Ripley. I thought the whole piece all put together was really cool. I liked it. And I look, it would, if Zelina would have won, that would have been the shock of shocks. Like, holy shit, the underdog won. But in my mind, I'm like, it would have had to been Zelina win tonight and then on Raw loses in a rematch. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like Rhea's
I hate it when that shit happens.
I know, but like Rhea's the women's champion, and Rhea has so much to do with that title. But it would have been really cool to see Zelina pull off some sort of sneak victory. Yeah. But I like how they did it, and I liked at the moment she came off the top, both knees landed right on Rhea. I didn't think she would get the 1, 2, 3, but I was like, could this be where she's gets 4 or 5 moves in, and all of a sudden Ripley's against the ropes? And she did, except Ripley kicked out, then got pissed off. So I liked it. It was a good match.
Yeah. All right. So we both give it a 4. Let's move on to the San Juan street fight, which is basically a street fight that just happened to happen in San Juan.
Dude, I loved it. I loved this.
Again, I'm gonna give it one downside, and this is extremely nitpicky. Like really, like the only thing that I felt like they were using the weapons so much because it was to hide Bad Bunny's. Lack of experience.
Yeah, it was to even up, and it sort of had to because you had to. He had to even up the odds against Damian Priest but you know what? At least they showed that because at the beginning it was all Damian Priest, and every time Bad Bunny would pull maybe 2, 3 moves in a row, Damian Priest would just kick out or do something dastardly.
No.
In fact, after he could have had the pin early on, he hits his finisher. Bad Bunny certainly wasn't kicking out, and then he lifts Bad Bunny up. Like, no, I'm going to give you more punishment. I love how they did that. I like how Damian Priest said, fuck this, and he started leaving the ring. That's an old school spot. I've seen Shawn Michaels do that 1,000 times to be like, fuck this. But the cool part was he didn't do it in that charismatic way where I'm just leaving and I don't care if I take the loss. He did it in that I'm just going to draw Bad Bunny out to me to change the momentum. And Bad Bunny just came running at him. And then credit Bad Bunny because literally Bad Bunny put his body on the line, and he's legit makes money in a different industry that values aesthetics.
I'm just going to say it. He's at least, I'd say, 2 full body sizes smaller than Damian Priest.
But you know what? Kudos to Bad Bunny because not
yeah.
only did he get a massive pop, which I completely understand, right? A Puerto Rican in Puerto Rico, like it's just
And then
nice.
and then like every Puerto Rican who ever
No,
wrestled.
hold on. The match started picking up steam, and when they were working their way through the crowd, I was like, "This is giving me flashbacks to EC Dub." And then when they went through those tables off the speaker set, I was like, "That's the moment the match to me hit another level," because I was like, "This isn't just a celebrity doing a cameo. This isn't just like a Grammy award winning, a Coachella headlining, fucking super millionaire who's dating a billionaire, in general, right? Like this isn't just that. This is a guy who actually likes wrestling. This is not just your one and done celebrity. This guy actually likes it. So he's willing to put his body through it because no one would believe if he's thrashing Damian Priest around. So I loved it. And then every single Puerto Rican comes right out. But when Carlito came out, I was like, dude, he's fucking yoked. I was like, he looks better now than he did back then.
100%.
Like he came out.
I know he bit the apple. Did he spit it in anyone's face?
Yeah. In Dom Dom.
Oh yeah, Dom Dom. Okay. Like I was brain farting on that part. I'm like, who did he? Because I know the first time he bit it, he dropped the apple on accident.
And then Savio Vega came out, like Rey Mysterio came out in the Shark Boy mask.
Yeah, I mean,
dude,
it was nuts, dude. It was nuts. Like everybody came out. The entire population of Puerto Rico came out of that fucking.
But that was what was so cool about that was it allowed the crowd to get those like surprises in, allowed the crowd to pop, but it allowed that time for theoretically within the context of the match, Bad Bunny had time to recover. And then I love how they kayfabed the injury to Damian Priest's knee, and Bad Bunny exploited that because now that's not some like on the face of it, Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest, you're thinking, oh, this will be cool, but there's no way Bad Bunny beats Damian Priest. But once you have all this interference and then you have the kayfabe knee injury, now there's something to exploit. Now there's a legit weakness that now you're thinking, well, the odds are kind of even because they're playing it off like Damian Priest really hurt himself. And if he did, he might now not be, you put a man on one leg and he's not as tough anymore, right? Like a one-legged Brock Lesnar is still going to, be violent to fight, but he's more beatable than a two-legged Brock Lesnar who will murder you, right? So I love how they did that.
I'm pretty sure a no-legged Brock Lesnar can murder us, but
you get my point though. Like
I know I said that I had one little tiny nitpicky thing, but I still think it was a 4.5.
Oh yeah, completely. I'm gonna say the match was a 4.5, but it was a 5.0 spectacle. Because
because of everyone coming out.
Oh yeah, Savio Vega.
You know what? Out. You convinced me. I'm moving it up.
Yeah, we're going up.
I'm moving it on up.
Yeah. Oh
yeah.
We're moving up. Yeah, because that was a fucking spectacle. And
it's our podcast. We can do it if we want to.
Exactly. And fuck, man, if I was like, you know what? If I never see Carlito in a WWE ring again in my life, that's just about the coolest way to go out.
But after seeing how yoked he is, I wanted to.
I know. And that's what I was about to say. I was like, but he looks fucking dangerous as fuck right now. Like with his hair's wild. He's got gray in the beard, but he's yoked. I was like,
and like I actually heard that like the people in the back room were like saying that he like how you used to have a history of being like like a little bit of a shit.
Yeah, but apparently he was banging all the divas. So go Carlito.
Apparently he's calmed down, a little bit. So
yeah,
or at least he gave off that impression. But yeah, that whole match, I give it a.
It was like I'm gonna go ahead and say, like, personally, I get why they ended it the way they did. So, but before we get to the end, the main event, the second main event, that you could have ended the night on that match, and that would have also been awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's probably my favorite match of the night.
Yeah, like that. It was
like
it shattered all expectations I had.
Like I'm sure Puerto Rico wouldn't have minded it at all.
Oh no, yeah, if that would have been on last, because I mean, how do you go on after that?
And I actually, like, there was a rumor saying that, like, now WWE sees Damian Priest as a top, like, you know, like in the top scene guy, you know.
He was in that triple threat last night on Raw, so for the chance to advance, I like Damian Priest. You know what he has.
I do think that he's eventually gonna have to go solo, though, like, without Judgment.
Yeah, eventually, but you can turn them. Obviously, I have a feeling that when they break Judgment Day up, I have a feeling 2 or 3 of them are going to turn face, and 2 or 3 of them are going to stay heels, and they might stay loosely connected. However they decide to do that, but I think Judgment Day should have more of a run in them. I mean, they just announced they've hit a year.
Oh no! But I don't think they should, like, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't break them up right now. No. But that brings us to our next match with Bloodline and Solo Sikoa versus Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. So the undisputed tag team champion.
So here's the thing,
and the man of the hour, Matt Riddle.
Here's the thing. I have yet to watch this match.
Okay. So
this is going to be a Don original here.
Okay, Don original. All right, let me give you guys a letdown. So, coming off the San Juan street fight, my thought was like, oh, this is going to be a letdown match. But what I liked is first of all, the match itself on a technical perspective was clean. Everyone was hitting their moves. There were no major botches. There was no major gaffes. So it was so professionally done. I loved how they weaved storytelling throughout this match. So the idea is that the bloodline is beginning to splinter, and Paul Heyman really wants for Jay and Jimmy to take care of business because they're getting tired of them not winning, right? And Solo is being booked really strong right now. So at the very beginning of the match, there's a moment where Jay's in the ring and Solo's on the apron and wants to be tagged in, but he's not going to tag him in. He's talking to Jimmy on the apron, so it looks like he's going to tag in his twin. And Solo just reaches over and slaps him on the chest, thus forcing the tag in. Then they do a callback to this later in the match towards the end, where Solo Sikoa is the legal man and he's standing by the corner trying to set up a move, and Jay just slaps him on the chest and tags himself in. So I was like, okay, so now they're showing that these slaps too weren't even like, you know how like when the bloodline's doing things like they'll just slap the back to try to, you know, like these were slaps like fuck you, man, I'm coming in. So I loved how they did it. They had a stare down, which, you know, and they're brothers in real life, which makes it even better, right? They're brothers in real life, right? Or is that just kayfabe? Solo and Jimmy and Jay, or is that just kayfabe?
Are they brothers or are they cousins?
Oh fuck, I might have botched that.
They're related. They're related in some way.
Yeah, but that's someone you grow up with. That's, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I mean, I see my kids stare each other down, and they're not trying to kill the other person, but they're legit in that moment trying to be like my area. And so they started weaving that throughout the whole match, and at the very end, right, Solo pulls, they of course have an underhanded victory, and Solo used the Samoan spike, right? But then he's like kind of lost his mind, and he goes to spike his brother, right? I think it was Jay or Jimmy, but then he has to control himself, and he takes him forever to cool down. He's just sort of stuck with his thumb out and with his like face. Look, basically, to me, I liked it because it showed tension, and it showed that Solo lost his patience and was just, you know, was a heartbeat away from just smacking the shit out of his brother, kayfabe brother. If they're not
No. I just googled it. Solo is actually the younger brother of the
Okay,
twins.
yeah. So I would, all right, yeah. So just like, yeah, exactly. So like I said, there's like brothers would, and it looked like Solo was ready just to Samoan Spike his brother, but the fact that they played it up and then tensions cooled, they got their hands raised, they walked out of the ring together. But you see now that there's animosity. You also see how the brothers now aggressively tag the other one in, and how they didn't back down to Solo. So they're beginning to put that like, okay, like Solo's beginning to, he's a brother, but he could become a threat. Like I love how they played it off. Like they added so much tension between the bloodline that you were waiting for it to erupt. So I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to give it a 4.0. It was good technically. There's no botches. The story was really good. It can't, and by the way, the 4.0 can't go higher, and it's probably me being super generous, but coming off the San Juan Street fight, you ain't topping that as a spectacle. I mean, it just, I don't even know if Stone Cold Steve Austin, could have came out and added, more flair. Like the crowd needed
Stone Cold Steve Austin comes out and everyone starts saying "que."
Spanish what? Yeah, like the crowd popped hella hard in the previous match. And by the way, the crowd weren't like quiet during this thing; they were enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
So it was a good party atmosphere.
And here's the thing,
cool. I like the story though. I must say,
dude, if they ever go back to San Juan, we might have to make a little trek down there because
dude, that would be lovely.
Dude,
that was fun.
The pops they were given, like, and I'm hearing now that like
fun.
WWE's like pipes in like noise for like a lot of their matches, and you don't need to do that in San Juan.
Yeah, you don't need to. And by the way, the crowd was having fun, and you could tell they were having fun, and that's how you know it's going to be a good show.
Oh
yeah, because
definitely.
If the crowd's into it, the wrestlers are into it. It feeds off everything. Is
okay.
Feed off each other.
So let's go on to the last match. I'm gonna be honest with you. If the second to last, the last match was like a little bit less than the San Juan Street fight.
Yeah.
And this one was even a little bit less than that, in my opinion. Here's why. I think it relied very heavily on the blood.
Yeah, in fact, I was going to say until it hit the blood, I was going to say it was a little underwhelming.
Yeah.
And not because both wrestlers aren't good, because they are, not because both wrestlers didn't have the attention of the crowd, because they did. It didn't feel, the stakes didn't feel big enough. But when Brock got busted open, all of a sudden it felt like, oh shit, the beast bleeds. Like, this could be something. And then when he got the armbar or the omoplata, I forget what he got on.
What's it called? The Khmer clutch or the Khmer lock or whatever it's called.
Right. When he locked that on Cody, I was like, oh shit, how's he gonna get out? Now I thought it was a clever pin. I mean, it's a little ridiculous.
I'm also like, I don't like surprise roll-ups at all. I think it's a stupid way to end it like a match, but at the same time, like, I mean, if you don't want Brock to look weak, although I guess he doesn't look weak, kind of looks stupid. But I mean,
because he could have just released the hold and he would have kicked out. But then also, I like how they basically said, "Look, we're gonna put Cody over, but we're not gonna make Brock look weak." And sorry about that, but I think it was a good decision in terms of, okay, how many, how does Cody win this, right? They're like, okay, he could, he can hit a special, he could do it 3 times, or we can have Brock really in a very strong position and have Cody take advantage of it, kind of like, and I don't know why it's happening today, but this will be my second Bret Hart reference, but it'd be kind of like when Bret Hart wrestled Mr. Perfect. I believe it was SummerSlam like 93 or something. And Mr. Perfect had him in a $1 Million Dream or sleeper hold or something like that. And Bret ran to the turnbuckle, bounced off the two turnbuckles, and rolled up on Mr. Perfect. Now, mind you, just like this instance, if Mr. Perfect releases the lock, then he can kick out. But just like Brock Lesnar, Mr. Perfect held the lock and ended up losing that match in that fashion. No, it was Roddy Piper. It was Roddy Piper. He beat
because him and Mr. Perfect are exactly the same.
No, I was getting confused because I remember Mr. Perfect had the singlet down and Bret beat him with the sharpshooter in the middle of the ring. Also, every time he would kick the hamstring of Mr. Perfect and he was near the ropes, he would twirl around the entire way. But that was the Mr. Perfect one. But who was the other guy? Said
Roddy Piper.
Roddy Piper was the roll up because Roddy Piper had him in a sleeper hold, and he rolled up Piper. And I remember that because it was face versus face, but Roddy threw an uppercut somewhere in the opening part of the match, and then after that, both men started scrapping, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, so like we were saying,
Rowdy, by the way.
Yeah, like we were saying, until the blood hit, it was kind of meh, and then when it did get some blood in it, it upped the stakes a little bit.
Yeah, big time. It made
because you weren't expecting it because they don't do blood anymore.
Yeah, it was.
But
then go for it. No, you.
Oh yeah, I mean, again, like I like I was saying before, like this was a step down from the from both the it's like if the tag team match was a step down from the San Juan match, this is a step down from that. So I'm thinking like maybe a 3.5 on that one.
I would say that's fair, but I would also say they did a good job in that the work was fine, but
and
just the positioning on the card. Look, everywhere else that's a main event and there's no argument. It's because the San Juan street fight was such a damn spectacle. That's the only reason why it's like, well, in this case, I said that should have been the main event.
Yeah, it's kind of like everything else, everything after it suffered in comparison.
Yeah, and you got Bad Bunny, you got all the Puerto Rican wrestlers. Oh, Jesus Christ! Sorry, we're in our time zone. It's 3.
It's 11. No, it's not. It's 11:20. But we're old. Anyways,
goddamn old.
Yes, we are. And we only got. Don't worry, we only got one more segment to do, and that's where we think the things are going to go with the title. And well, actually, technically, we got two, but they're same like general area.
So we're talking about the Raw Championship.
Yeah. Now I don't know about you, but I think the most likely now that Cody's out of it, I think the most likely thing is Seth is going to win it.
It's just going to be 100%.
It's just it's just really a question of who he's going to take it from. Who do you think maybe?
Well, okay.
So we got Bobby Lashley, we got Sheamus, we got Austin Theory. And I think we can.
I don't think he's already the Intercontinental Champion. I don't think he's
Austin Theory. I don't think it's going to be Sheamus. I'm probably not going to be Bobby Lashley either. But although he out of those three, he's the one that's probably going to win the triple threat in my view.
Right.
But, either that or you do Austin Theory because you're still trying to push him even though no one wants him to. But
right. So if you look at SmackDown, you have Ray, Edge, AJ Styles.
That's going to be a banger of a match.
I know. I was like, that's just going to be so cool on Friday.
So it comes down to who do you want to see against Seth Rollins? Personally, I like AJ, but personally for me it's AJ. But I mean, who knows? What's yours?
Okay. And this isn't even who I want to see, like in terms of who I like, but this is what I think they're going to do. I just have a feeling that they might go Edge because then
be upset with that.
Right. Well, they know they go Edge to win the SmackDown bracket, and all of a sudden people are like, "Oh my God, could this be the comeback story?" And then Night of Champions, you put the strap on Seth Rollins. Look, there's only a few theme songs they sing, and they sing during Cody's, they sing during Shinsuke Nakamura's, and they sing during Seth Rollins. And part of me is like, the crowd's demanding it, and LA Knight's not in the tournament, so I would like to see Seth. At the end of the day, I'd like to see Seth take it. And Edge, I mean, every one of those men could give Seth Rollins a run for his money. But Theory's already the Intercontinental Champion. And if they put Ray, I wouldn't mind seeing Ray either. But
I think we're both in agreement that Seth is going to win it.
I hope Seth wins it too. I think he will, and I hope he does.
He's just more over than any of the other guys.
Yeah, and he's a heel. He's not a face, but he's
not a heel. He's not a heel. He's a heel like Stone Cold's a heel. Like he's a heel that everyone still loves.
Yeah, of course.
Like when you hear that "Burn It Down" music, oh my God, you're happy. You're not sad. But
of course.
Yeah, there's two more things I want to talk about, and one is just a rumor that I heard that's going to make you and me really happy if it's true.
Matt Riddle's dong is coming to the Bay Area.
No, that there's a rumor going around that WWE has already picked the Money in the Bank winner, and it's LA Knight.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Well, if that's real, that would be so fantastic.
Yeah, that's real.
LA Knight, no, like if it's a real leak, but LA Knight, I think is phenomenal. Look, he's not in that tournament. If he were, I'd be happy for whoever won between him and Seth Rollins if they were to make it to the final, or at least LA Knight would. But I think LA Knight deserves a push, and he deserves it like now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
and
that'd be so cool.
Just wanted to throw that out there. And before we leave, I just want to say, how do you think they're going to end up? Because obviously, if they're not giving Cody the belt now, then it's because they want him to take it off of Roman Reigns. I think that's pretty obvious, right?
Yeah. I think there's something to that. I also see that they might not have given Cody the belt, but damn, they always make him look good in terms of his booking.
Definitely. Well, I think you got to keep him hot, especially if you're wanting him to take it off of Roman later. You got to keep him white hot, and to do that, you've got to make him look good. Even when he loses, he's got to look good.
Exactly, and I think if you on Raw when Brock Lesnar attacked him, I think that's going to make Cody look good because Brock looks serious and he has the scars in his face to prove he's legit fucking pissed. And now if Cody wins that, you're like, fuck, you tamed like Brock Lesnar, like the beast incarnate. Like that's almost unheard of. So I would love to see Cody eventually get to Roman again in a rematch down the road. But storyline wise, I can see exactly why they're going to say no. First, before you can slay Roman, you got to slay Brock. But they're doing that kind of cool. Like I never expected you would see Brock be opened up the hard way, or that Brock would come out, cut a decent promo on his own, and basically go a full heel promo. And
here's the thing: we already had one match with Brock, and he won, right? You're gonna have a match at Crown Jewel. I think he's gonna lose there, and then you'll probably have another match at Money in the Bank, and then he's gonna win the third.
So that means.
So he's gonna get over on
it. So
and
Brock's
then next is SummerSlam. That's the second biggest one. So does he take it off of Roman then, or do they wait till WrestleMania? Because here's the thing: if you take it off of Roman now, you can have the biggest match pop in the fucking history of pops at WrestleMania.
Because it would be a non-title match. It'd be
Rock
versus Roman.
No. Well, you can have that, but I'm talking about Cody Rhodes versus Sami Zayn.
Oh,
dude, I know. Think about it. You have Cody Rhodes versus Sami Zayn. I'm assuming Cody Rhodes would still win it. But you have the moment at the end where they shake hands and show their respect for like having a good match. Cody does the whole like holding his hand up and doing this,
Or the cartwheel for Stardust.
Maybe, who knows? But like to me, that would be like the ultimate match because you got two white hot talents. They're both baby faces, which doesn't happen all the time. Having two baby faces in a match.
Yeah, that's true.
At WrestleMania, usually you have it like one's a heel, one's not. But and then at the end of it, like you have this like feel good moment for both of them where they both put in the maximum effort, and whoever comes out on top comes out on top. So I think that would be like a match that like everybody would want to see. But
yeah, definitely.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's probably, with the exception, yeah, sure, you can have like a Rock versus Roman, but the only reason people are gonna want to see that is to watch The Rock beat the absolute shit out of Roman because no one likes Roman.
Yeah, I don't like how they booked him. Like, I'm not poo-pooing Roman's in-ring work.
Like he's a good wrestler except for that fucking dumbass shit.
Yeah, but and also it's probably not his fault. Like he's not the one who says, yeah, just don't include me for 2 weeks at a time. But it is a little annoying that he misses half a month.
Well, I don't even think it's his fault that he's hated so much. They pushed him down our throats so much.
Yeah,
exactly. They pushed him down our throats so much that like the fans turned on Roman very quickly, and then what's Roman going to do?
Exactly, but that's the way they pushed them or booked them. So yeah, I would like to see Roman drop the strap, but I also know they want him to make 1,000 days, which hits right before Saudi Arabia. So we'll see. But I like
my idea is he loses it at SummerSlam though. No, SummerSlam, because that's their second biggest. Like, because think about it, if you have Crown, or what is it, Night of Champions? That's what it is.
Right.
Night of Champions, and then that's the second one with Brock. Then you have Money in the Bank. That's the third match with Brock, and then you're all of a sudden like you're opened up to have a match of the century at a SummerSlam, and then the match of the fucking millennium at fucking WrestleMania with Sami Zayn. But if that doesn't happen, I'm assuming that if he doesn't get it at SummerSlam, he's gonna get it at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think
because at this point, who the hell else are you gonna give it to?
I know, right? Like you have 2 belts. Also, I don't like how Roman is never there. And I'm not blaming the guy for negotiating in his contract, but I am saying they could have booked around it a lot easier. Maybe not even let him like take the belt off him, but not like underpower him, right? That way you get out from underneath us. Yeah.
All right. So I think we can stop there because we're both pretty tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about to get out from underneath this chair and get underneath my covers because it is time
I thought you were going to go like nastier.
No, it's about time for me to take the 3 count.
It's about time for you to take the 3 count? Okay.
Oh, by the way, the crowd in Puerto Rico hated Dominic, and I loved every second of it. They booed the living dog shit out of him.
Oh, yeah, so did I. Yeah. So,
Dom, my boy.
Hey, guys, thanks for watching. If you like the podcast, like, subscribe, all that kind of fun stuff. And if you did like that, the podcast,
have a nice day.
And you know what? If you didn't like the podcast,
please shut the hell up.
Oh yeah.
Peace out, everybody.
Boom.